Welcome to the Bubble Lounge. I'm Martha Jackson, and just in time for Mother's Day, we're going to talk about jewelry today. Recently, I was in Central Market getting my groceries, and something caught my eye on my wedding ring. And sure enough, 2 of the small diamonds had fallen out of the band. And when this has happened many times before, and they're so little, and the way that they're cut, you can't find them. You're never going to see them again. So it's about $450 per diamond, and 2 of them were out. And I was very upset because this literally had happened like earlier this year. And so I connected with my friend, Allison Volk of Volk PR, who said, I have a jeweler client who can help you. So she connected me with Lyn Skibell of Skibell Jewelry in Preston Center. And I went in and she just walked me through the process and options of what we could do to fix my ring. One thing was to just fix it outright. And then another was a redesign. And I thought to myself, I've had that ring for about 26 years now, and a redesign might be kind of fun. So we're kind of going back and forth with how we're going to take care of this. But I invited her in to talk about the experience and talk to you about Mother's Day and what they can offer you. And just to be upfront and transparent, I wanted to let you all know that this is a trade out as far as she is going to do work on my ring in exchange for being on the podcast. But as always, I wouldn't have her on if I didn't feel like I trusted her and you guys would love her. Without any delay, let me introduce you to Lyn Skibell with Skibell Jewelry in Preston Center. Lyn, thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
So I have to tell you, your store has been in Preston Center for many, many years. And I remember going in there like way back when, way before I was even married, which is probably close to 30 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys have just been always such a staple of the neighborhood and such a beautiful place to go find fine jewelry.
Thank you so much. Yes.
Well, tell me about the background of it and the history and how it all became about.
So my husband, my late husband, Charles Skibell, actually started the business in 1995, I believe. But his great-grandparents had a store in Mississippi, and that's how he started his career when he was 13 years old, actually.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
And I read he's 4th-generation jeweler.
He is, yes.
That is pretty amazing. And so you took over the store, and you've kind of given it a whole new look and vibe.
Yes. I always wanted to bring this store into this century because it was a very old school store, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I was excited to do all of the things that could make us have a great website and have a social presence and things like that. So that was sort of my love when I came onto the store.
Well, tell me what you guys specialize in. I understand there's kind of 3 key points.
Yeah, we are actually known for our estate jewelry, but we're a full-service jewelry store. Right now, we're really focusing on redesign because a lot of people are actually inheriting jewelry and they want to perhaps take their grandmother's ring and turn it into something super cool or more modern. And we've just been having so much fun with that lately.
Right. Well, that's interesting you said that because, as you know, I had a mishap with my wedding ring recently, and 2 of the little small invisible set diamonds popped out. And this is actually the 2nd time this year this has happened to me. And it's becoming quite costly, so I brought it in for you to take a look at.
Yes, and we had some definite recommendations for you on that. And you can certainly redo the ring. We say consign, sell, or redesign.
Right.
And so if you consign something to us, we sell it. You might want to buy something else. But in your particular case, there's a lot of options to actually redo the ring or fix the ring as is. And so it's just really fun for us to work with people like that.
Well, I'm weighing my options, and we're gonna figure this out together, right?
Yes.
You'll be with me every step of the way. Well, I think it's interesting that you're focusing on repurposing because that's such a big thing. You know, recycling, repurposing. You hear those words constantly now. And I was telling you the other day that my daughter, who's 18, inherited when she was only 2 years old my mother-in-law's all of her jewelry. She always wanted to have a daughter. She had 2 boys, and she was ecstatic that we were going to have a little baby girl. Mm-hmm. And so she was insistent that all that jewelry go to her. And right now, it's literally in the lockbox at the bank. And she loves to go visit it every now and then. We pull it out, and she plays dress up with it, and she loves it. But at some point in time, I would imagine she's going to want to redesign things because it's not, you know, for her age. You know, youthful jewelry is a lot different than the estate jewelry that the ladies had. And So I'm hoping we can come in and like show you what we got and see what we can do.
I'd be so excited to work with her on that. I mean, that's one of our great loves. We have a young lady right now that actually came in the store when she was a little girl, and she remembers coming in and working with Charles with her mom, and she brought in like 3 or 4 pieces, and we're actually making her engagement ring. And it's really different than what she has and the style she has, but we pull the diamonds and we took her pictures from Pinterest and things that she's excited about, and we're actually able to recreate that for her.
That is so cool. I think so many times when we inherit something, we just kind of put it in a drawer because maybe it's not something that we love and that feels like us, and we feel guilty if we redo it, but we shouldn't, because what else are you going to do besides not wear it? Just leave it around. And so you're offering such a great service, and I love that.
Yeah, we say don't let your jewelry live in your jewelry box. And it's really honoring that person by taking that piece and transforming it into something that you love.
Well, we've talked about repurposing, but as I mentioned before, I have a senior that's graduating, and I feel like I deserve something brand new just, because we've made it. It's been a very long 18 years, and we've made it. So what kind of tips can you give me about purchasing something new?
Well, graduation gifts are certainly a big item for upcoming. And I think it's just what they want, something that would last. Diamond ear studs, little tennis bracelet. A lot of the girls really love the little gold chains right now. So I think that people have gotten a little more non-traditional these days in terms of it doesn't have to be a string of pearls, or it doesn't have to be a watch. Just find something that is meaningful to them and to you that will actually stand the test of time.
Right. Well, so I remember when I was on a cruise many, many years ago, they were really promoting getting those gemstones. I mean, they could not make that announcement enough. And I was very tempted. And I went and looked, and they were beautiful and everything. But I was scared to buy something overseas, not knowing, what if it's not what they say it is? So do you have any tips for something like that? Because we all love to buy new jewelry when we're on trips.
Yeah, it's a great memory, right? To
Right.
be able to do that. I think you just have to be very careful. If you have a trusted jeweler here in Dallas, to just even snap a picture and run it past them. We have seen things come in from overseas trips that are valued at much higher than we would value them here.
Right.
So you just have to be a little bit careful. While you still want to have that wonderful experience of buying something on your trip to remember it by, you just want to make sure that you're actually getting what you're paying for.
Yeah, sure. You don't want to get caught up in the moment and just have that emotions of impulse buying.
Yes.
Especially with fine jewelry. Well, what kind of things can people ask the person they're trying to purchase the jewelry from, and what should they look for?
Well, I think you would want to see the appraisal, and definitely when you're on a cruise or something like that, you're going to hit that higher price point. It's just what it is.
Captive audience.
Yes. But on the flip side of that, I think I've also seen beautiful things come out of the Virgin Islands. And I think you need a trusted advisor. It's always good. So we've had people, and I'm sure other jewelers in town have had people actually call them when they get ready to purchase something like a big opal or a ruby or something like that, which is so exciting. And we just let them know. We've done that for years and say, yeah, we think you're in a good price point or you're not. So you just want to make sure.
Well, you and I just met a few days ago when I came into the store, and talk about trust is your jeweler immediately said there's only 2 people in the country that can do these invisible set diamonds correctly where they don't fall out, because I have had a problem with that. And we will need to send it away. It will be gone for quite a while, but trust me, there's only 2 people that do it right. And that really got my attention, because I've taken it many places over the years for the same reason, and no one has ever said that. They're like, sure, we can fix it. And they do, and then look what happens.
Yes. My jeweler grew up in the jewelry business like Charles did. Her parents actually had a store in Richardson. And a lot of the jewelers here in town, there's just so many great jewelry stores here in town. But that is the kind of thing that you get with some longevity and trust in your jeweler.
Right. I mean, it's just like anything else. You just need to keep going and get to know them, and they'll take good care of you.
That's why one of your in particular options is to redo the ring if you decided to do that. A lot of people are just ready for something new. So there's so many options.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing what we come up with. I can't wait for something new, because right now I've been wearing this, which is my grandmother's original diamond, but then I had it set on this thick platinum band many years ago. And I really don't like how this looks, so I really want to get my ring back.
Yeah.
In some form or fashion.
Yeah. It'll be so much fun.
Well, so I know you guys are in Preston Center. We talked the other day of how you've moved just a little bit, but still in the same area. Kind of tell us exactly where you are in Preston Center so we can find you.
Right. So we are in Berkshire Court, which is in the heart of Preston Center West. And we're right down from Starbucks. That's a pretty good landmark. There's a lot of people that get their coffee there, and you walk straight down and we're right there.
Right. So, and then also between where Snuffers used to be.
Yes, right where Snuffers used to be, which is now a beautiful new space. And we're looking forward to what's going to happen with that.
Well, I hope it's not going to be used on another bank. There's been kind of become an inside joke with the neighborhood that any empty space is going to be a bank.
Yeah. We love the new restaurants going in over there.
Oh, I know. So many great new things are coming in, and it's a great thing. I read in one of the many articles, by the way, you must have a really good publicist,
I
Allison Volk with Volk PR, because
Yes.
I literally have been seeing you on the TV, in magazines for the past year, doing a great job.
Thank you.
But something that I read in one of the many articles was that you just really, it's kind of your mission to walk the person, your client, through the whole journey of the redesign, and just make it so important to you that they get a piece that they love and they cherish. And I'm sure that it is a little bit of a lengthy process with drawing and designing and all that type of thing. Tell me what all is involved.
So it's definitely a creative process. You start with making an appointment. If you have an idea of what you want, that's great. If not, we always have ideas. And we take your piece or whatever it is you want to create. We do some little sketches, which you've seen, and then those progress on to a CAD design, which comes for the jeweler, and it's something we can even email to you. And then that can turn into a wax piece, so you can actually see how it's going to fit and all that. And then we've done some, tweaking to those things where we might actually, you might say, oh, I like that, but I don't like that. And we make that change. So we work together with our client. We just ultimately want them to be happy. And then in terms of costs and price, it does go from a design fee to a jeweler fee to findings, which are maybe the clasp on the necklace or things like that. So all of that gets put together into the pricing. We have some wonderful jewelers in town, and we actually use the best jewelers in town, along with a lot of the other folks here in Dallas. So then we'll come back and have a finished piece. And I have to say, we've got a good track record of people being happy.
So about how long does that process take? That sounds kind of lengthy.
Well, it depends on when you do it. So when people come in 2 weeks before Christmas, it can be a real challenge. So the more you can kind of get ahead of it, it's anywhere from 3 to 6 weeks, depending on the piece that you want.
That's a lot faster than I thought.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, but it does depend on the piece.
The piece and your schedule and what's going on with you guys. One of the main reasons that we brought you in today is because there's a big, important day coming up, Mother's Day. And there's a lot of mothers out there that like the jewelry.
Yes.
And I understand you guys have some events and some fun things going on.
Yeah, on the 6th, we're actually this upcoming May 6th, we're going to do a little event at the store, 10 to 4. We'll have some sips and light bites, and also we have this amazing giveaway right now. We're giving away a pair of diamond studs. The Queen Bee, who's our new neighbor, just had a facial yesterday. We'll be giving away some product as well as a facial. The Form Salon is giving away some hair products and a blow dry. And then really fun. Lori Sapio, who's a family photographer, we're having a drawing for a family photography session at your place of choice. And you get all these images, and it's a wonderful value. So, we just like to get the moms in, let them have some fun. And you can sign up for this in the store or on our website.
Oh, wow. Well, it sounds like you have all the bases covered. Mom gets pampered. She gets the hair done. She comes in and gets jewelry. I love that.
Well, I call our little strip there just a hidden gem of Dallas because we do have so many fun things right in there where the renaissance of that Preston Center East is happening, but we're still there, so we'd love for people to stop in and see everybody.
Yeah, you're so right, because I haven't been to that little corridor in a while. I don't drink coffee very often. And when I was there just walking down, I couldn't believe all the great things that were just right there on your one little sidewalk.
Yeah.
Well, that's so fun. I can't wait to come to the event.
Great. We look forward to seeing you, and I would love to also see you and your daughter and look through all of that beautiful jewelry that Grandma had.
That is going to be so fun. I can't wait to do that too.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us where we can find you. Give us your address.
Okay. It's 8411 Preston Road. We actually face Kate Street, which is the big parking garage there, the city parking garage, but Suite 110. And then our website, of course, is www.skybellfinejewelry.com.
Perfect. Well, we'll see you then.
Great.
That's been another episode of The Bubble Lounge. I'm Martha Jackson, and we'll catch you next time.